Second, we should be on sound now. We got to put something else there. Just found us live on Rockin' the Valley tonight. I'm Steve Jones, the host of Rockin' the Valley. Thanks for joining us. We got ourselves a special guest tonight, T. James. Along with me is Tony Dumont and the Lehigh Valley Angel. Say hi, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
I knew she was going to do that. So, sorry about the quiet there, but we'll make a change in that very shortly. Just a couple of sources. Always something new here with our technology issues that we got going on. And I'd like to thank T. James for the last minute come on to the show. Just as a note and a thank you out to the New Romag Devils. They are emergency. Get me right here on this, Ange. They are emergency missionaries, and they do a lot of work with the hurricanes that are going on down south, and they have a lot of last minute calls to duty. So we kind of have to work with their schedule. So our best goes out to the New Romag Devils. Eventually, they will be able to connect up with us, and our thanks to T. James here for coming on, and thank you. And I'm looking forward to talking about your music here. And Tony is going to get us lobster and a big party area eventually here. So, just a couple of housekeeping items I'd like to run over here real quick. First off, Rockin' the Valley. We got ourselves tomorrow night. We got Ralph Pagano, and we've got the Whip It Out Wednesday shows, all the fun starting at 8 o'clock. And with Ralph and his special guest. Who's the special guest for Ralph tomorrow night?
Eliza Rush.
Eliza Rush. Oh, she's good. She was on Rockin' the Valley last year when we were still over at the Blue Monkey. Wonderful time. Great music. Okay, she's also, I believe, a music teacher. And then for Whip It Out Wednesday, who you got coming at you on for Whip It Out Wednesday? You got a guest, don't you?
I do. I'm going to be bringing Louis Camano.
Louis Camano. Okay, he was on here recently with Kevin Shire, who we're going to be having a return. I think Kevin will be coming back to us after the first of the year. People are lining up here for Rockin' the Valley shows. Thursday, if my schedule permits, I want to try to get our piano jam going. It's just everything's getting kind of hectic with the upcoming holidays, and Tony and I think we're born to live inside these computers. How about it, Tony? We've got all kinds of things going on. We have just he's monitoring everything right now, so he's not quite with me. But I will tell you that we have opened up what we're calling our Wildcat videos, and for all you musicians out there who want to get your own platform, you can with Rockin' the Valley now, because we are going to be instituting programming for musicians. And if you want to do a cooking show, you want to do a crochet show or with guests on it or anything, whatever you, wasn't that funny? He fell off his desk. I can't take no more of the coffee. It just makes me fall off my desk like that. Anyway, the show's not, we're about music, but let's just say you want to talk sports, which I know they're a little thin right now, but still, we got sports. You can do a sports show, you can do an exercise show, you can do a music show, you can do a cooking show. Okay, Angie's going to do one about hair flying all over the place in high winds. Okay? But you can do any kind
I've only shaved it 3 times for the record. Twice completely bald.
Oh, my God. You must have lost 10 pounds. But anyway, so.
I did.
But you can do any kind of show you want. Let us know, Rockin' the Valley at yahoo.com. We'll take a look at, we'll review what you want to do, and we'll tell you whether or not it's something we want to bring onto this thing. Do a collectible show. Do a Star Trek show. I may not let you do that. I might do it myself. But
and if you want to be my partner some night when we do the late night shows, just hit me up.
I'm not sure about that. People are ganging up on me. Okay, I gotta tell you. So, moving straight forward with the showcase. The showcase show highlights the enormous talent we have that comes through Rockin' the Valley. We try to give a wide view of everything that we have, and we've had everything on this show from Craig Thatcher, who is one of the top guitar players in the Lehigh Valley. We've had Bill Haley Jr., who is the son of Bill Haley Sr. I would come up with that, but who's started with Rock Around the Clock. and we've had just a wide variety of people that have come across this show. So it's a spotlight, it's a showcase of different kinds of artists. And tonight we've got T. James here, and we've played some of your music, T. James, and it's really cool. Okay, you've got a real neat sound to yourself, and I guess my first question is how long have you been doing this?
Man, I've been writing music since I would say about 12, 13 maybe. Just going into it blind though, man. I didn't know, about bars or how to write or anything. I was just writing, expressing myself, and yeah, I've just been doing it since that age, and every year just progressed and did more and reached out to do more things.
Okay, tell us a little bit about where you actually do your performing and what your whole scenario is. You're not from around the Lehigh Valley, so like where you're from.
Right.
Okay.
I'm actually out of West Texas, man. I'm out of Midland, Texas.
Ah, Midland.
And
My cousin lives there.
yeah, man, it's the oil's down right now, but it's all right. But yeah, I'm out of Midland, Texas. Ended up moving to Lamesa, Texas, which was about 55 miles from Midland. In the Lubbock area. It's Lamesa. It's like 50, 60 miles away from Lubbock, maybe. And I ended up moving over there. Got connected with some people. Started doing some concerts locally, and then we started doing concerts just in the state as well, as far as like car shows or sometimes we do benefits, charity events and things like that. And yeah, man, it's been a ride. Haven't been too much, I know, with the COVID and stuff, but looking forward to getting back on, hopefully.
Absolutely.
I think everybody is.
When you say concerts, are you talking about like you're having a whole bunch of a concert? When you say concert, I think of a concert hall, like a theater.
Yeah, it's not a classical concert.
Yeah, no, not a classical concert. Yeah, you bring in tubas and woodwinds and maybe a couple of violins, and then you step on Angie to have her go wah, that kind of thing. What's wrong, Angie?
Man,
You're so mean, Steve.
I think, that would be, I mean, one day, hopefully I could have, actual concerts like that with people come in. I've seen like, Kiss does it.
Yeah.
The Eagles have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Some hip hop artists, they do have those live bands with them, and I think that's amazing.
Have you ever?
I would use a tuba.
For as much as I
I'm
talk,
closing that door, Steve.
oh wow. The problem with you, Angie, is that someone would inhale through a tuba and suck you in through the top. It would take me a week to get you out of there. So it's like
Tony, just remember I saved you.
okay. It would be like using a pipe cleaner on it. So anyway, by the way,
Especially with the hair, right?
Right. T. James, I gotta tell you what, we bust her chops constantly. It just doesn't stop. All right. But yeah, have you ever been to Music Fest up here? I mean, they get some serious rappers up here. Have you ever seen?
Man, I've never been to the music fest up there, man. I would love to go to it. The biggest music festival that I have been to is in Austin, Texas, the South by Southwest.
I've heard that's pretty big.
Yeah, they have some big ones in Texas.
Yeah, man, it's pretty live out there, man. It gets packed, man, and they just have artists come from everywhere, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing how many people, love music or into just the culture, and how many people you meet just off of the love of music alone.
Now, I've heard that one down there is comparable in size to Music Fest up here. And Music Fest up here is huge. It actually shuts the valley down. I mean, we've got 1 million people in this valley, and it covers an area probably the size of L.A. or bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big, Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton. We're located pretty much equal distance between Philadelphia and New York, right smack in the center, okay? And there's mountains to your side, and there's a lot of people here, a lot of hotels, but Music Fest hits, boom. Forget doing anything else. You're not going to get people coming out to it, and it's very difficult to run any events that week unless it's something very special. But 9 times out of 10, every artist in the valley is down there at Music Fest, at one point in time or another. So they boast having the website traffic is like 5 million a day, or somewhere there. But I mean, their numbers are like staggering. Is that about what they're doing down there? I mean, I realize you're not involved directly, but is that like the same kind of size? 500
Right.
acts.
So I think I don't know about being as big as that, but I mean we're pretty big. I mean they do have like they have the unofficial South by Southwest, and then they have the official. And I mean the unofficial is ridiculously big. They got artists still come from all over, and all the concerts are free on the unofficial, and you see these big name artists. But when you go to the official, you got like, that's when you start getting into like with the MTV and BET, and then just the different music sources that they have out there. But I mean, it's pretty big, man.
Well, that sounds incomparable because it's who they're attracting as the sponsors. So it probably is about the same caliber. Maybe I don't know about numbers wise, but they may
I
be
don't know
bigger
about numbers, but yeah, definitely big.
Now let me jump over here, talking about music and stuff like that. I've got a selection of music that you have here. Which one would you like me to play first? I've got a whole bunch here. Do you remember what you sent over? I can read off the list.
Right.
I've got.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I think I'd like to play Life.
Life. All right.
I play that one every day.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We got T James with. See, I know a DJ by the name of T Life. I keep wanting to say T Life when I say. And I will tell you, if there's somebody that's going to screw up your name, it's going to be me. So okay, there I did again. T James with Life, and here we go.
Kinda crazy how this life works. Got me going out of my mind. I don't know which way to go. Got me lost on the open road. Kinda crazy how this life works. Got me going out of my mind. I don't know which way to go. Got me lost on this open road. Which way should I go now? Don't nobody be around when it goes down. Crash and burn, find me, am I low now? I just wish I had somebody to hold down. There's a chance that I might die today, and I wish that I could fly away. Don't nobody got time today, but I suppose that's how life goes. People kinda get faded in the fast lane. I be feeling like Pac in the cash game. They act like feeling good is a bad thing. Hold it down for my kids and my last name. Yeah, they be tripping when I show up. So what? Talking down, you get no love. Hold up, reminisce about the old us. Cold love got me steady blowing Doja. Roll up. Kinda crazy how this life works, yeah. Kinda crazy how this life works, yeah.
Don't mute Steve.
That's right. It's hashtag shush to Steve.
Shush, Steve.
That's a pretty
With love.
That's nice. I like
That's
that.
a pretty catchy hook you got in there, T James.
I like that. That was good.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
I was over here bopping. You know how I do.
She's all over.
I
the
love
place.
music.
I like the phrase, and when you make it catchy, it is kind of crazy how life works. And when you make it catchy, that'll stick in my head every time something goofy goes on. I'm gonna start being like, man, it's kind of crazy how life works. So
Yeah, man, it is.
very effective. Write something that sticks in people's heads and makes them think of it all day long.
Yeah, man. Life is sure crazy.
Especially in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This year, I think, set the standard for Murphy's Law, beyond any shadow of a doubt. You think you've seen it all, and unfortunately, I boast being the one that's been on the longest here amongst the four of us, and I really, honestly, I thought I saw it all, and wow, This year's just out of control.
Dude. Yeah, this year's been something else, man. You know, one thing that's really got me about this year is just, and there's so many people, man, that just are passing away, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of adapting that we have to do this year. You know, it's a lot of adapting to new things and new thinking. And
Yeah, very true.
I'll share a little story. It's short, but right when this whole thing started in March, I was out looking at one of my bands, and a friend of mine who works in a pharmaceutical company says to me, he goes, "What are you guys doing next week?" I said, "We're going to a new venue." He says, "No, you're not."
yeah.
So, and we found out we weren't going over to it, and right a couple of days past it, I called the owner. I said, "We're not going to be over." He says, "Yes, you will." He says, "We're not closing up." I said, "Well, we'll see." And then that Monday is when the president shut everything down. And it was like a day or so later, I get a phone call from my aunt out in California that my cousin passed away, and she had COVID. And
Yeah, Callie got it early.
yeah, well, her problem is that she had other issues she had some major underlying causes, and she was sick already, so it hit her and just boom, gone. And some of our musicians had it, and one guy who's a therapist, he had it, and he fought it off. He told me, he says he don't want to do that again. But this has been a real trip, so
Yeah,
so
it's been a roller coaster for sure.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's not focus on that. The music is what we're focusing on, and that music.
How do
is
you
what,
perform like that, like in your local area, like during COVID, like getting with friends to even just like spit at each other? You know what I mean? Because I know, like, I miss that.
Yeah, I miss doing the local stuff too. It's just it's hard, because it's like you could do the virtual shows, but it's just not the same feeling, when you have the crowd in front of you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think artists are getting kind of shortchanged, having to do all their stuff online because they miss on the clapping, they miss on the bounce back, because a lot of artists use that. That's part of the performance. So again, it's a lot of adjustments for people to get used to performing and not hearing a clap or
Well, that's part of what it's all about. I mean, I hate to say it in those terms, but I mean, you go out there and you play, and you're there not just to. You need that feedback,
Yeah, man, you definitely need to interact with the people,
Yeah.
It'd be like a comedian who's like telling the jokes, and a comedian who can't hear the laughs doesn't feel the joke.
Yeah, you think you're Henny Youngman, so.
No, you think you're Henny Young.
No, take my wife, please. So, but yeah, that's terrible. But anyway, let's move on to our next one. Yeah, you need the laughs. I know it's like to tell a joke and not get a laugh.
Yes, he does.
So, all right, what song next? Quick.
Man, we could play Let's Be Real.
Oh, right.
And,
yeah, thank you. After what I just said, I appreciate that. Okay, let's be real. T. James, here we go.
Yeah. Beats craze. Hit me out one time. I'd hate to see you throw your life away. They tell you that they love you, but do they mean what they say? Kinda hard to tell who gon' keep it real these days. So I'm one deep, chillin' with this tree I blaze. Times get hard, but I keep on living. I never give up, keep on pushing for my children. Got my eyes on the prize, staying focused on this mission. I thank God every day for this life I was given. They say it's about the cheddar, but I be like whatever. Cause even though I'm good, I know that I can do better. Homie in the pen, I just wrote my dog a letter. I told him he not alone and for him to keep his head up. I was in a dark place, felt like I couldn't escape. Too much on my mind, I had too much on my plate. Not enough love in my heart, I had hate. See my daughter's face and I knew it wasn't too late. Ay. It's okay to express how you feel. We just want love in the end, let's be real. Broken hearts damaged, we just want them to be healed. But that can never happen if you keep your lips sealed. It's okay to express how you feel. We just want love in the end, let's be real. Broken hearts damaged, we just want them to be healed. But that can never happen if you keep your lips sealed. I hate to see you throw your life away. They tell you that they love you, but do they mean what they say? Kinda hard to tell who gon' keep it real these days. So I'm one deep, chillin' with the tree I blaze. Times get hard, but I keep on living. I never give up, keep on pushing for my children. Got my eyes on the prize, staying focused on this mission. I thank God every day for this life I was given. They say it's about the cheddar, but I be like whatever. Cause even though I'm good, I know that I can do better. Homie in the pen, I just wrote my dog a letter. I told him that alone and for him to keep his head up. I was in a dark place, felt like I couldn't escape. Too much on my mind, I had too much on my plate. Not enough love in my heart, I had hate. See my daughter's face and I knew it wasn't too late. Ay. It's okay to express how you feel. We just want love in the end, let's be real. Broken hearts damaged, we just want them to be healed. But that can never happen if you keep your lips sealed. It's okay to express how you feel. We just want love in the end, let's be real. Broken hearts damaged, we just want them to be healed. But that can never happen if you keep your lips sealed.
Wait a minute.
I love
There.
the story to that.
Okay, we're back.
Do you actually have children?
Yes, I do. I have 3 daughters.
Did you write that for your
All
girls?
girls, all girls, huh?
All girls, man, all girls. Actually, I made that song. Just people that I see just going through it. So, it just seems like they're always trying to do something else. Like they're worried about their job or money or something else. And I was just like, man, at the end of the day, we just all want love, man. That's all we want, and be accepted and stuff like that. And so, I just wrote what I was feeling at the time, and I mean that's just how it came out. It's like sometimes when I think it's all over, and I feel like giving up. I see my daughter's face, and I know it's not too late.
Yeah, great words.
I'm gonna share
Yeah.
Great words.
T. James. I'm gonna share some of your music with my son. He loves rap.
Yeah.
He can do rap, and his biggest influence is Eminem.
Hey, Eminem's the GOAT, man.
Okay,
I don't know.
I have to say this, and I'm gonna feel really terrible about saying it. When you say he's the GOAT, does that mean good?
No, greatest of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yes, all time.
I'm just an old guy. I don't understand that stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's just I just feel he's the greatest of all time as far he's just says some off the wall stuff, man. But
and he
I
certainly
don't know. I kind of challenge that with Chris Webby.
he changed the
oh, yeah,
style,
Chris Webby's
that
amazing.
the direction
If you
that rap
have
was
not-
going.
If you have not heard Chris Webby, actually, he did a competition against Eminem.
It's amazing.
It's fun. If you haven't checked Chris Webby out, he actually writes similar to you in the inspirational part. He has one song called Weirdo. Like, I don't care, who you think you are. You're not me. And, people made fun of me my whole life for trying to write songs and write and do this stuff, but I made something out of myself at the end of the day.
Play-Doh is
So
like Mr. Potato
you should
Head.
definitely check him out if you like Eminem.
Yeah, Chris Webby is nice.
She was Mr. Potato Head. She fell down. She lost her ears and her one eye.
Wow.
Wow. So, anyway, did we talk about her Indian name? No. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know any of these rappers. I feel so bad. Just to get you an idea of the music that I follow, T. James, I follow Elvis Presley. So that's you know who Elvis is. I hope.
Oh man, like it's
He's
crazy, man.
the
that I do
other
rap.
goat.
It's crazy that I do rap music, man, because rap's not even my favorite music.
Really? What is your favorite then?
Really,
What is
my favorite music is rock music, man.
You're a rocker.
Well, you can kind of hear it in some of your,
little bit.
your loops and your beats and stuff. That you use more like acoustic and more,
Dude, yeah, I love it.
toned down instruments. It's not all synth and
Who's
in rock,
who's
what do they
your-
call it? Trance sounds that these days are taking
Right.
over all the rap. I like the more traditional. This is the kind of rap I like, where traditional instruments, good message. That's the kind of rap that gets my attention.
Now, who's your
Yeah,
rocker
man.
guy?
Sorry, Steve.
Who's your rocker guy? Who's your big guy?
Oh
on
man,
the-
my favorite band of all time. I actually got to see them in concert, which was a big thing for me, man. But my favorite band of all time is Metallica, man.
Oh,
Yeah, back in the day, they were mine too. Before they went all country-ish and.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it just ranges, man. I can go from White Snake, Bro, you know, the Def Leppard, the Eagles, you know what I'm
oh
saying?
man.
Yeah.
Man, I just like all genres of music, man. Johnny Cash, you know.
He said Ozzy while I was
No,
missing.
no.
didn't
Well,
He
he said
said
the right
Johnny
word
Cash.
saying Johnny Cash there. He got Steve's attention.
He said Johnny Cash,
You,
man.
you should have heard this guy we had on the other night. He was like a dead ringer for Johnny Cash's voice. Tom Benz.
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
yeah, from Germany, no less.
Yeah, he's a band lab guy.
Well,
Johnny,
I'm gonna have to check him out.
Johnny Cash is the man. You know, they had done a study on looking at different kinds of music. This is kind of funny that you would like Johnny Cash. His music in the 50s was considered rebel music. He was
Right.
He was against everything. Okay, and he was if he was around today, his and the comparable styles, he would be considered the rap of the 50s, and he was the
Wow.
yeah, he was the rap of the 50s. He was, and just because it's you, okay. There you go.
I'm
Well,
surprised somebody hasn't used that in a rap really good, because that's a catchy little lick there.
Probably that's why, because there's probably well, I don't know. I mean, they did Rick James a couple of times. They grabbed him. They grabbed Alabama. You know, so a couple of different ones there. But,
Yeah. As long as it's less than 7 seconds. I mean, dun, 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 right about 7 seconds.
what do you want us to play next year?
Man, we can play. I believe it's called Worry.
Okay, here we go. Worry and T. James.
Cause I do anything I want to. I told you don't worry about what I do. Cause I do anything I want to. I told you don't worry about what I do. What I do. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about me, worry about you. What I do. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about me, worry about you. I need my privacy, I need time for me. Don't worry about where I'ma be, or what I do, or who I see. You should just do you like usually. This type ain't really new to me. Said you need to learn and go and mind your own. Steady talking about how the I'm living. Hating on me, but ain't got your own. Said yes, how I get it, I say on my own. Everything I just set the tone, earn my respect, so I stay well known. And I just wanna get this money and be left alone. So stay in your lane while I stay on the throne. Cause I'ma keep it 100, y'all can't knock me out. Said I'm known to kill, so y'all know the deal. Y'all can take this loss while I'm taking off. Cause I do anything I want to. I told you don't worry about what I do. Cause I do anything I want to. I told you don't worry about what I do. What I do. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about me, worry about you. What I do. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about me, worry about you.
So you have, you say you've been doing a lot of gigging down there. Where you see, well, I'm not so much where you see, where you see this taking you? Is this just kind of hanging out, doing your thing down there while you're, working another job, paying the bills, or?
Man, I see myself doing bigger things. I want to get involved in like throwing concerts, doing the shows. I want to help artists as well. Bring a mainstream artist, to open up for. But Yeah, I mean, my writing is taking a more mature level, um, and so I just, eventually, by December 1st, I'm having all this stuff out on platforms, and it's I had a little major setback, man, but we're moving forward, we're progressing, and big things are coming soon, and I see myself. I just want to get paid for music, man. I just do it for love, though. Do it for the love of it.
Well, getting paid to play that's tough. You know,
It ain't even getting.
Yeah.
It ain't easy getting paid to make music, let alone to produce it.
Right.
That's such a common
Right.
problem. I mean, even before COVID, we had all of our different venues. You get in and play a venue, and it's tough to get paid. Sometimes for 3-piece band goes in, and you're working just to get $300, $100 a guy for a 4-hour gig. Many times you're working for under minimum wage. Jersey seems to have a very robust market, and it's easy to get paid over there, but their wages are a lot higher. Lehigh Valley, there's pockets.
Plus,
okay?
it's Jersey.
Well, Jersey, yeah.
You have to
Philly,
go there to hear them.
Well,
yeah, I just feel like, right now at this point in my life, man, just doing it for the love of it, and just inspiring someone else. You never know who's listening, you never know who's watching, and you just may inspire somebody else to do great things, and that's all I want to do, man, is just spread positivity, really.
What do you play around with for your music tools? Loopers or synths?
I actually it's a website, it's called SoundClick, and
Oh, yeah.
they have, and they got just all these producers on there, and I haven't really got into as far as producing and making the beats myself, but I'd like to team up with the producer and just work on custom
Well, yeah,
stuff together.
that's the natural evolution. It's nice that they have all these like loops that you can work with and gives you like some ideas and helps you to start something with them. But learning to make those beats is really the evolution. That's you want to be able to mold your clay.
Right. Most definitely, man.
now, I mean, you got 6 here. How many songs do you figure that you've actually put together?
Man, I've got,
Throw a dart. Just guess.
yeah, maybe like 40, 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a few. now,
Yeah.
Now, forgive my being naive here. Now, can you actually cover rap? Is that possible to do?
Yeah, people cover rap
Yeah.
all the time. Usually they don't cover it like the original. They just go and do something else with it, but they cover other rap songs all the time.
Yeah. Most
Or
definitely they do.
mashups.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
mashups where they take a little bit of this rap song and a little bit of that rap song, but sometimes it sounds really pretty.
Yeah.
Because
You can't even
Yeah,
tell that they're two
actually
different
seen,
songs into one.
I actually seen recently, I think it was like MTV Awards like in Europe or something, and that girl Doja Cat, she's like pop, R&B rap, and she did a metal version of her song.
Okay.
performed
And there
it,
should
so-
be more metal in rap. I'm all for that.
Now,
Yeah, man.
yeah, because what occurs to me is like, for instance, again, let's go back to Eminem. How could you possibly duplicate his rapping voice? Because a lot of what he's saying,
There's been a couple
It's-
people who have tried.
yeah, you
Well,
tried.
you
but
know what? There's somebody on the lab that's kind of close. Like he's got his little spunk down. I'm gonna say Philly Pay, probably comes pretty close to the way that he words things.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think he comes pretty close.
Because I'm thinking it's about rhyming. It's about how you carry your rhythm, and what words you put together and how everything is. Because you're going to do it differently than Andrew would do it, or Tony.
Right.
It's even if it's the same song. I look back at at Auctioneers, for instance. An auctioneer sit there, oh God, 25, and he has a rhythm to himself, and he has certain phrases and sounds that he throws in there that fills it in and gives him that step that gets into the next level. And you're going to do the same thing. You follow me, right?
Yeah.
Like your song here.
From the sounds of what you're doing here, you've got kind of a singing rap style.
I like to hear it.
You don't just rap, you sing your raps, which is better. I mean, I think the best rap out there is a combination of percussive vocals and a little bit of melody. You don't want to just rap everything. You want to inject some melody, and that's why your stuff is catchy, because it's the melodies that are the catchy parts.
Exactly. You
right, don't use a whole bunch of vocoder. In today's rap, you hear a lot of vocoder. You don't hear the vocoder in your stuff.
Okay.
You gotta be.
It was like very little bit here and there, but it's gently done, just like Tony says. You gotta be gentle.
You gotta be gentle with the vocoder. Otherwise, it becomes it becomes the sound, and you don't want it to be the sound.
Speaking of sounds, what's our next sound we're gonna do here, Chief?
I think we should do Money on My Mind.
Money on My Mind. Okay, here we go. T. James and Money on My Mind.
Stunner got me. I woke up with money on my mind. Know that you could find me on my grind, yeah. I'ma put it all up on the line. I'ma get this paper all the time, yeah. I woke up with money on my mind. Know that you could find me on my grind, yeah. I'ma put it all up on the line. I'ma get this paper all the time, yeah. I woke up with money on my mind, yeah. Can't go back to sleep, I'm on my grind, yeah. Easy work, I put in overtime, yeah. Then I stack it up and watch it climb, yeah. Whoa, homie, you should know. People steady talking, they be hating on the low. It don't even matter, cause I'm getting to the dough. Only for my kids, what you think I do it for? Everybody out in the club, steady jumping. I be at work on the grind, getting money. I can't be broke on the couch doing nothing. If you ain't talking business, it's in a discussion, yeah. Always say let's get it, I don't ever say I can't. Let a hater talk while I'm headed to the bank. Always keep it real, cause I am what you ain't. Middle finger up, give a damn what you think. Because I woke up with money on my mind. Know that you can find me on my grind, yeah. I'ma put it all up on the line. I'ma get this paper all the time, yeah. I woke up with money on my mind. Know that you can find me on my grind, yeah. I'ma put it all up on the line. I'ma get this paper all the time, yeah.
So
there's your fade out, Steve.
I was thinking the same thing, Tony.
So describe how you start a song. What do you first do? You lay down the beats track, or you're going to develop a song here. How you get your interviewer to speak properly?
We say hashtag Shusha Steve.
Okay.
Then you're not getting him to speak.
So, James, what's your writing style? How do you do this?
I go through, I scan through some beats. Usually it goes off about just how I'm feeling. Like I said, I matured in my writing, and I just feel like, because before I used to be real skeptical, man, my own biggest critic. I'd be like, oh, it's not good enough, or I try to make what people want. And now I don't do that. Now I just go off of what I feel, and so I go through some beats. If I'm feeling something, it's like the beat really like talks to you, kind of like tells you what to say, what to talk about. And then I start to go and I catch melodies, and I start to catch these melodies, and then I put words to the melodies, and that's basically it, man. And I just try to stay, with your inside feeling of how you're feeling.
So
and
Money on My Mind. You started out. I mean, I don't know where you start with that, but let's just say you started out, you're having trouble meeting a bill or something along those lines. So that inspired a song for you. And so
right, exactly. Okay. You're like really on point with that. Okay. Exactly. It's just kind of like sometimes with music you can go into like Fantasyland a little bit. You know, you can just talk about whatever. It's entertainment. You know, and it's just like, man, like today, you know what? We're gonna get up. We're gonna go to work. You know, I'm gonna put in some overtime today. We're gonna get it. You know, and it's just motivational for some people because some people just don't like to go to work sometimes. And that's why I say, man, I can't be broke on the couch doing nothing, man.
That's
that's
good.
worse than going to work.
You know,
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah, and that's something you have to be said. I mean, you know, when you can get up and you have to be able to get up off your babushka and move
Right.
it. You know, I mean, because I mean, you can take these songs eventually one day, package them up, and maybe sell an inspirational album or sing inspirationally. You know, we have a guy here in the valley who does a lot of gospel rock. Okay, and he's sold a
Awesome.
few albums. Okay, and you know, people do different things, but my point is, you can't sit there and stare at something and hope that it's going to get better. Okay,
Right.
You know, you got to get up off your tush and do something. And some people they expect someone to knock on the door and say, "Here's your magic wand," and you can't do that. And that's
Right.
That's very important. You know, and
Yeah. You know, it's just like, you know, like even with my music, you know, I know there's a lot of artists out there that you know, they'll write a lot of songs, you know, and sometimes they don't ever get put out. And I used to be one of those people that never put out, you know, like I said, I was my own biggest critic.
right,
And like I said, just matured, man, and just realized, you're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put this stuff out, because if you don't put it out, you don't give it a chance to become something, you know, and you don't know what it can become. You know, it could become something that you never expect, but if you don't put it out, then it's going to become nothing.
Can't see a
No.
seed grow if you never put it in the ground.
right. Yeah,
Exactly.
one of the
Let me
things.
ask, since COVID, how has BandLab inspired you with writing and putting more music out? Has that helped you like build confidence to say, hey, you know what, all these people are doing this and they're using their words, their emotions, they're putting their stories and their songs out there and sharing it. You know, I could do that too
Right.
because I got a lot to say. How has that helped you, and has that helped you during quarantine to build as a musician and
It's
an
helped
artist?
me a lot, actually. Actually, I've been on the lab maybe about a month and a half.
What's your
Um,
username on there?
T. James.
It's T James.
Yes, sir. And it's helped a lot. You know, I got a friend of mine. His name's Alex. He introduced me to the lab, and I loved it because I was like, man, this is like a music Facebook, but like way better. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just showing love on there, man. There's no hate. You know, there's no
You're all
nobody
musicians.
talking
That's
down.
the thing.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
and
amazing.
I have,
Alex is good, and so is Leela. What is it? Alila,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
She's really good too. I know they had done a duet together, and that's actually what caught me on those two.
How long have
Yeah.
you been on, Ange?
Is that T James SW? T James SS? You know your username, your at symbol.
Oh, okay, yeah. So my @ symbol is gonna be Murda Mode, MURDAMODE.
Ange, how long have you been on the lab?
I think I got on there maybe
There you
April
go.
or May.
Okay. Ange has been on there like April or May.
You got
she says.
you got another follower.
Man, thanks, man.
I'm not logged in right now, but send that recommendation over to me too. I don't know if you can do that. Can you share that to me, Tony?
T James.
Yeah.
His username.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ange got on there, and then we met. Well, we actually met at an event about a year and a half ago. A couple of kids organized this major event. 50 bands were playing down to the old Hamilton Mall or Hamilton Street in Allentown. And I met her and Bill Madey. Well, I knew Bill for a long time, but she was singing there. Now she gets into the lab here. She meets, and she's connected with a lot of people on the lab. Okay, and brought them into the show, into a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, it's been a kind of a madhouse for the last 3 months. Okay, I mean, she's the only person I've ever met, and I'm saying this with love. Okay, Ange is probably the only person I know that can walk into a hurricane. A hurricane says, "I'm done. I quit. I'm not done."
I
Okay,
wrote a song about that, by
Yeah.
the way.
but
It
you
was
know,
called "I Got Sucker Punched by Mother Nature."
there you go.
Oh yeah,
But
that was a good one.
What I've seen and what she's brought here is this. She's brought a lot of, like you, and all this creativity. People are kind of free to do their own thing, to the point where another friend of ours, Alexis Steele, okay, who she has this whole creative thing going on, and she needed the band lab, and we're going to see how it works. We just introduced her to it, and I know you've been doing a little bit of work with her, and she's kind of homebound right now because of this whole COVID thing, and she has other issues, and she don't want to get out there into the real world because of COVID. So it's a great platform for people who don't want to get outside the house because you don't know what is going to happen. There's a lot of people and a lot of statements that have been going on saying, "Oh, it's not for real." I don't know if it's for real. Can you put your finger on the common cold? I don't know. But a person who has a lot of underlying issues doesn't want to take the chance. And
well, they can't.
Yeah, you can't take the chance with this because you could.
If you got underlying issues, you need to be concerned every day. And it's not just COVID that you should be concerned about.
Right.
If you got underlying issues, you need to take care of yourself.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Right.
There was a point in my time, T. James, that I was almost 300 pounds. Okay.
That's overlying issues.
Yeah. Okay, that's the love of cheesesteaks.
Hey man, you can't go wrong with a cheesesteak.
I know you can't.
Yeah, but that's the problem when you live in Philly and they make them constantly.
Oh man.
Oh,
but
okay,
I was enormous. I mean, I had 2 zip codes, man. So, but I lost the weight and I feel a lot better losing the weight. But,
you've been looking great since.
Yeah,
I mean, you shine more. You're like a
yeah. So and the thing is, you lose the weight and you feel better. It's an underlying issue. And this is what people are running into. They get into these underlying issues. You don't know what COVID's going to do. But
right.
Here, let's move on to your music. We got about 12 minutes left, and we got time for 2 more songs. And you've got Vibes, and you've got You Don't Know. So where do you want to go?
I'd like to play Vibes. It's featuring Leela as well.
Okay, Vibes.
Oh, she the one you played the other night, Ange? Layla?
I did play Leela. Yeah,
Nice.
actually, I think last week I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's T. James and Leela with Vibes, and here we go.
Beats Craze.
So baby, tell me what's the vibes, yeah. You know you looking like my type, yeah. I hope you know there's more to life, yeah. And we just wanna make it right, yeah. Don't act like this ain't what you came to see. You know the vibes, you know it's poppin' when you hang with me. We in this club, but me and you, we just can't wait to leave. Cause when we gone, I'm in my zone and we both aim to please. We aim to please, but this is something you should know. This is something you should know. We hit the scene, I play my role. Hit the scene, I play my role. She say she wanna take it slow. Say she wanna take it slow. A couple shots, she drop it low. Yeah, she looking good, she made them hate today. They took the shot, but then she passed and then they fade away. The type of girl that'll make me go and change my ways. You got that vibe and I'm addicted, I can't stay away. Can't stay away and I can't get you off my mind, yeah. I know that you're one of a kind, yeah. A vibe like yours is hard to find, yeah. But that's why we're both here tonight, yeah. So baby, tell me what's the vibes, yeah. Tell me what's the vibe. You know you looking like my type, yeah. Looking like my type. me what's the vibes, yeah. Tell me what's the vibes. You know you looking like my type, yeah. Looking like my type. I hope you know there's more to life. Yeah. Hope you know there's more to life. And we just wanna make it right.
Beats Craze.
Wanna make it right. So baby, tell me what's the vibes, yeah. Tell me what's the vibes. You know you looking like my type, yeah. Looking like my type. I hope you know there's more to life. Yeah. Hope you know there's more to life. And we just wanna make it right, yeah. Just wanna make it right. Tell me what's the vibes. Looking like my type. Hope you know there's more to life. Just wanna make it right. Tell me what's the vibes. Looking like my type. Hope you know there's more to life.
Excellent. I like that.
Just wanna make it right.
Oh, wow. Okay, it didn't quite feed out on me there. I like that one.
That is a pickup
man.
song.
Yeah, that's a
that
good
is a
song.
pickup song. That's a song you hear in
Yeah.
a bar when you see a lady that you want to talk to, and you have that playing in the background.
Or in a
Exactly,
club.
man.
Or in a
Exactly.
club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let me move right forward because we're just about out of time here. So let's do You Don't Know as your last song, okay?
For sure, man.
All right.
I like this one.
Running with country bands.
Too much on my mind as I lay here wide awake. I think about my life and the sacrifices that I made. Am I living right with all the chances that I take? I'm just being real cause I don't know how to be fake. Tell me what's this life worth cause I really wanna know. I put my trust in people who be hating on the low. Acting like they love me but I know they really don't. Saying that they'll ride but I know they really won't. So I just mind my business while I stay up in my lane. Some people think they know me but they just know my name. I keep my faith in God and keep praying for a change. As long as I'm alive I can't really complain. Yeah. As long as I'm alive I can't really complain. Yeah. As long as I'm alive I can't really complain.
Country bands.
You don't know my future, no, you don't know my past. You don't know if I'm okay or if I'm doing bad. What really makes me happy or what truly makes me sad. You don't know my story, so we'll just leave it at that. You don't know my future, no, you don't know my past. You don't know if I'm okay or if I'm doing bad. What really makes me happy or what truly makes me sad. You don't know my story, so we'll just leave it at that. People getting lost with all the money that they chase, and forget about the people that they know they can't replace. Even though I hurt, I keep a smile up on my face. Even through the dark times, I know I'll see brighter days. They say pain is temporary, it don't ever last. But my pain is forever, ever since my grandpa passed. I think about my mama, my little brother, and my dad. And if you got the time, spend as much as you can. So I just mind my business while I stay up in my lane. Some people think they know me, but they just know my name. I keep my faith in God and keep praying for a change. As long as I'm alive, I can't really complain. Yeah. As long as I'm alive, I can't really complain. Yeah. As long as I'm alive, I can't really complain. You don't know my future, no, you don't know my past. You don't know if I'm okay or if I'm doing bad. What really makes me happy or what truly makes me sad. You don't know my story, so we'll just leave it at that. You don't know my future, no, you don't know my past. You don't know if I'm okay or if I'm doing bad. What really makes me happy or what truly makes me sad. You don't know my story, so we'll just leave it at that.
Cool beans. I like that.
I was loving that.
Yeah,
TJ?
just gave that one a like over on BandLab. That's my favorite.
TJ,
Appreciate that, man.
Alex says hi. Veronica says hi. You got a whole bunch of new followers on
yes,
the lab.
you do. Well, listen, this is what we're going to do.
That's awesome, man.
This is what we're going to do. You can send more music over to Ange. Angie and I are going to work together and getting it up over onto our audio stream. We'll start playing you up there if you'd like. And as much of the music as you want, you can send it in there, and we will get it over there. We are in the process of doing a lot of updating, so it takes a bit for us to get things in the way we want it. But I thoroughly enjoyed you as a guest tonight. You're fantastic. You got some great stuff, got some great beats. And I will tell you very honestly, I'm not a rap person. I'm not. And I really enjoyed your music tonight. It was really nice. I liked it.
But he plays one on TV.
So what?
Man, thank you, Steve.
So yeah, you're really good. Let's say, in spite of Ange, but no, but
Hashtag Shusha Steve.
Shusha Steve. So we are definitely gonna move on a little bit because we are our next show right behind us. Maybe Ange will talk to you afterwards. She can talk with you and express some greater thanks. I appreciate you coming on to the show at such last minute. Again, looking forward to hearing more of your stuff. So stay with us and stay in touch, man. Stay in touch. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tristan,
Thank
one
y'all
more
guys very
time.
much.
What's that?
You're welcome. Tristan, one more time, just for everybody out there on the lab, if they're looking for you, can you give your @name?
Yeah, my @name is Murder Mode on BandLab. It's MURDAMODE. You can find me on Facebook under Tristan Moreno. That's the best way to contact me too as well. And Instagram is also Murder Mode 92.
Okay.
All right.
There we got it. All right, Tristan, thank you very much. For everybody else out there, thank you very much for tuning in here for Rockin' the Valley's Tuesday night showcase. Straight ahead, we got Rockin' the Edge with Josie, and we got a pretty interesting band coming up there too. It's a punk band, and you'll see who it is in about 3 minutes. So Josie Jancy coming straight at us. We're going to be going into our closeout here, and thank you very much for tuning in, but stay tuned. We got some big stuff coming. Steve Jones on behalf of Rockin' the Valley and the showcase. It's going to be a heck of a week coming up. We got some good stuff. Oh, by the way, Wicked Beaver next Monday night. Special, Thanksgiving special. Wicked Beaver Monday night at 8 o'clock. And on Monday also, we've got Acoustic Blues Project Tom Cooney, Earl Andrews, and Leon Bonham. I'm telling you, that's a show you don't want to miss. That's going to be fabulous.
Be an insane night.
Oh, it's going to be good. Yeah, you want T. James? You want to see some good stuff? I mean, it's blues, it's jazz.
Awesome.
Okay, it's a really great mellow stuff, but it's good. So on that note, we're going to push the button, Steve, and we're going to wrap her up here. No, I can't. I'm out of
Push
time.
the button, Steve.
There we go. Push
You
the
can do
button.
it now.
Okay, here we go.
All right, everybody.
Toodles.
Thank you.